Hi everyone and welcome to Crypto James. It's Guy here. In today's video, we're going to learn what is the Goldfinch project and how you can start making money from it. Whether if you have money and you want to lend it to other people or you actually want to borrow money in order to make more. Please notice our disclaimer since I'm not a financial advisor, so this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Alright, so what is the Goldfinch and how you can actually start making money from it? So the Goldfinch is actually an amazing crypto loans project, okay, that actually brings the crypto loans to the real world, which means that you actually can borrow money if you are the person that needs to borrow money. So you can borrow money in crypto and then you can actually transfer it to fiat money, whether it's dollar, whether it's euros and stuff like that, use it. And then after a while, every single month, or it depends on which borrowing pool you're using, but in general, you need repeatedly to return in small brackets the loan that you took with using capital that you actually loan. So you can actually use, instead of money that you have, or even using money that you don't have and then to actually get big interest from the bank and get into a bad credit score, you can actually do an amazing thing, which is to take crypto loans and actually transfer it to fiat money. And the beauty is that you can actually do that without having a bank. You can or borrow money for people or become a backer, being a person that actually brings people money, and you can actually be like a bank and you don't need to go through all this headache of opening a bank and to have all of those authorizations. And this project, this Goldfinch, actually, and we'll get into the white papers in a moment, you'll see that it actually provides you the ability to be a one-man bank, okay? And actually with this framework, you can actually start making money from just bringing people your money and actually loan them the money to actually make interest. And sometimes it can get up to 10 and sometimes even more percent per year. As you can see in here, you can get up to 10 to 14% yield per year, okay? Which is incredible. And it doesn't have to be a year if it's a loan for a month, so for a month. And it's stable, by the way. So Goldfinch is a decentralized credit platform that for crypto loans without collaterals. This is the missing piece that actually finally unlocks the crypto lending for the most people around the world. Because what happens is that most crypto loans, you need to still use it in cryptos, okay? It's a problem when you're taking a loan, especially when you're using smart contracts to actually turn it to fiat money and then to use it back. But in this Goldfinch project, as you can see in their white papers, you can actually use smart contracts, okay? As you can see in here, the borrower's pool, a smart contracts that actually indicates a set of financing terms for the borrower. So it actually protects the borrower and the person that gives the money, which is actually the backer. What does it mean actually? So let's get into each part and then you will see how this amazing business model works. So you have, first of all, the liquidity providers, okay? The liquidity providers are people that are actually putting money into a senior pool, okay? Now it's a little bit complicated, so stay with me. The senior pool is actually allocated to the senior tranche, okay, which is the borrower pools, meaning that according to how much the liquidity providers are providing, that's how much you can actually borrow if you are a borrower. In summary, it's very, very easy. You need the liquidity providers, okay? You need the people that are actually bringing the money, which is the backers, okay? So you're bringing the money to the borrower's pool, and from the borrower's pool that is relying on the how much the liquidity providers actually provide, the borrowers can actually borrow after they're going through an authorization, which is going through authorization by a human eye, which is actually the auditor. So the auditors actually check the borrowers, okay, the people that want to borrow money, and then they are going through a verification. And if they are going through the verification, that's great. And the auditors actually received awards with GFI for securing the protocol, okay? So this is actually their reward, like you're doing on mining, for example. So the backers, as I said, those are the people that have capital and actually want to borrow it to people. So the first loss, the capital for the individual borrowers. The borrowers are people that, for example, want to open a business or to make an investment with the money that is not theirs because they want to stay liquid, they want to use their money for other purposes. So assuming that they know how to use other people's money, so they want to borrow and actually to expand their leverage. And that way, after they will return their loan with the interest, they will still have profit thanks to the money that they borrowed, that they couldn't get this profit if they weren't taking this loan. So make sure that you know what you're doing when you want to borrow money, and you're not borrowing money or buying something that it won't be an asset or a business model, because then the possibility possibility that will make you money is very, very low. Now, how the backers actually get the interest. So besides the interest that they actually get from the borrowers that return the loan, depends on which pool the borrower chooses, but in general, it's usually around every 30 days that they return part of the loan. So the backers actually get the part of the loan plus an interest, and the liquidity providers brings part of the interest to the backers and brings the auditors also part of the reward. And that way, the liquidity providers makes this business model possible. And also to raise more capital and then use more capital, the borrowers can borrow more capital from the borrower pools. The backers that actually brings the money actually get the interest, and actually thanks to that they are making money, they probably want to put more money to borrow. And as I said, it doesn't mean that every borrower can get in and take money. They are going through a verification process, but almost every person that has money can actually go to this project and actually put their money and to start lending it to people and actually make money from interest. It's very similar in the stock market to a bond, that actually you loan your money to a business and then they return your money month by month with interest, and that way you actually make the money. The amazing thing that actually very different from lending crypto project is actually that you have here the liquidity provider. So this pool is actually counts on the liquidity providers. Okay, so this business model actually provides the people that actually lend the money, the backers, to get part of the interest before the borrowers return all their loan. So this is an amazing business model. So in this business model, you can actually get money by lending it from people, but you can also be a backer and actually make money from different investments that brings you less interest and less profit than lending your money in this business model. Or be an auditor and actually get rewarded by being the human eye that actually testing the potential borrowers and securing the protocol. Now, this business model can really impact the whole world because it expands the access to capital in emerging markets. Because what happens when you have capital, you have much more possibilities for investment. So let's say that you want to borrow crypto and you want to invest it in repairing real estate, or to go through the bear method and actually repair an asset and actually make more profit from it. And then you can return your loan. Let's say that the bank didn't give you this loan, so part of the loan you can actually get from Goldfinch. The limit is actually $1 million. As you can see, their participants are amazing and very known businesses for years, like PayJoy, QuickCheck, and Alma. And as you can see, their team is always absolutely amazing. They have several engineers from Coinbase. You have also Sanjay in here that was also an engineer in Coinbase, but also worked in engineering at Yo. They have a very, very impressive team, and I think that it makes this business very interesting to invest. And one of the best ways to actually secure your cryptos safely is by using a hardware wallet, which you can get by clicking the links down below, which is actually the Trezor wallet. The amazing thing is that when you put your cryptos in there, it's offline. And what happens when your cryptos are offline is that they're safe. The Trezor also have 5-star customer support, which makes the process, especially for beginners, very easy, because you know that when you start your crypto journey, there are a lot of stuff that are not going on well. At least this part of the wallet and securing your cryptos, which is one of the most important things, if not the most, is very easy thanks to their customer support. And actually, it's also very easy to use. Okay, you can set it up in 10 minutes, and if you need to repair some stuff, it's very, very easy thanks to their very advanced technology. By the way, besides their partners, they're also supported by world-class investors and advisors. As you can see, you have here Kindred, you have Coinbase Ventures, you have Cybo Capital, and much more very, very known world-class investors. And that's why I genuinely think that it will be very smart for each one of you watching right now this video to actually get into their website and to read about them, because it's a very, very interesting business model. As you can see, you have more detailed explanation about each thing, but as you can see in here, you can loan up to $1 million and the interest rate is fixed. Okay, so it can be 15%, but sometimes it can change from pool to pool, and it defined, and then you can actually choose which pool you want to borrow. And if you're going through the authorization process successfully, you you can start borrowing money and start making more money. By the way, you don't have to check it in the computer. You can actually click on their app and actually see it on your phone. And another thing, you can scroll down and actually click on their Twitter. And as you can see in here, they have a very, very active Twitter. They actually answer questions. So you're more than welcome to also follow them on Twitter and actually stay notified about how things are going on. Now, an amazing place that you can actually purchase cryptos if you don't have or you want to have more, or to change your cryptos from one to another that is more stable when you start landing it. So Binance will probably be the easiest option, which you can get by clicking the links down below this video. And actually, as you can see in here, you can click on markets and then you can choose which crypto you want to actually buy. When you talk about landing your cryptos, it will probably be, I'm not saying that landing is the safest thing, but if you already landing your money or borrowing money, it will probably be smart to do that with a stable coin. That way you will need to return, or you will receive the amount that you actually expected, because you're probably doing the calculation of how much you will need to receive or how much you need to bring back comparing to your fiat currency. Let's say that you're living in the US, so comparing to the USD. So for a summary, Goldfinch is an amazing decentralized project for lending cryptos, whether it's you want to lend your money or you actually want to borrow. And I think that it will be an amazing opportunity for you to actually get into their site and actually click on their white papers to learn about them and to understand about this amazing business model that actually provides people that actually backers that actually bring money, and actually giving people the possibility to use that money and to actually return it back, but to actually use that money and actually already making some money back before they're getting back all their loans, thanks to this liquidity providers. After reading the white papers yourself, you'll see how much this business model can be very, very powerful. And make sure that when you're getting into this project, make sure that you're securing your cryptos in a crypto wallet like the Trezor wallet, which you can get by clicking the links down below. So thanks again for watching this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to give us a like and make sure to add any comments with questions that I may have not covered, and subscribe to our Crypto James channel so you can get other great content like this one that will help you with the cryptocurrency journey. That's all for now. Thanks for being here.